Hey, as Frank said, my name is Will Rye. I grew up about an hour west of here in a small town, Dublin, Virginia, and I left when I was 18. I attended the University of Oklahoma, so the tornadoes are very this all strikes home with the stuff that's happening out there. I graduated with a BA in history, and as an undergrad, I got involved in the LGBT Student Association at OU. While I was there, I marched with them in a parade at the Martin Luther King Day parade in Oklahoma City. It was fun to be in solidarity. We had some people scream out obscenities, but most people were very supportive. After OU, I left for Chicago. I attended Chicago Theological Seminary on Chicago's South Side. It's a very liberal seminary, a Protestant seminary, and a lot of my activism has its roots in Chicago. I also chaired a Edgewater Pride. It was a history exhibit about the history of the LGBT community on the north side of Chicago. And since I've returned here, I've served on the board of directors for the Roanoke Diversity Center. I organized I'd say it was more the Kiss Out rally last year at Chick-fil-A. We had about 60 people attend, and founded Gorilla Gay Bar, and also helped get the ball rolling for the new P-Flag chapter here in Roanoke. It went away and it's back now. I do want to make a note. I mean, it is 44 years since Stonewall, but I mean, our history goes back much farther than Stonewall. It goes back to the beginning of time, and you know, we have a history to tell as well. And but the Stonewall served as that gateway for the modern LGBT rights movement. And since then, we've had a lot of progress. And even here in Roanoke, while we might not have the population of bigger cities, we have our own history here as well. And in 1971, the Gay Alliance of the Roanoke Valley was formed. And since then, we've had numerous organizations and businesses over the years that have been a part of our local story. From the parks opening in 1979 and back streets in 1982 to the founding of the Metropolitan Community Church of the Blue Ridge in 1986. We've seen some groups come and go and come back again, such as P-Flag, which was founded in the 1990s and disappeared. And I helped to reorganize the chapter, and in January this year, they started holding meetings again at the Unitarian Universalist Church in Grandin Village. And for all those interested, I want to recognize Carolyn and her husband, Gene. They're right here. I want to be involved, see them after. And while we've made great progress, we still do not have protection under state law, and we're still forbidden to marry in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And while Roanoke has had sexual orientation in its discrimination policy for city employment since 2002, it does not include gender identity. We must strive to also work to end the discrimination that transgendered people face that many of us do not experience on a daily basis. Many LGBT people in rural areas of this country also still face discrimination and don't have access to the resources that we have here in Roanoke. Many LGBT people, especially younger ones, are attending homophobic churches on Sunday mornings and hearing a message of hate but haven't come out of the closet yet. It is important for us to fight for equality everywhere and to educate the public on what it means to be an LGBT person. We are all created in the image of God, male and female, straight and gay, black and white, Muslim and Christian. God's love knows no boundaries. And that's why we must not only fight for equality here, but fight for our LGBT brothers and sisters around the globe. In Africa, in 38 countries, homosexuality is still a crime. In Russia, LGBT people are still silenced when speaking out. And in places like South Korea, they believe that it just doesn't exist or it is a Western fad. In most Arab countries, it is also still a crime. As Martin Luther King Jr. said in his letter from a Birmingham jail in 1963, an injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So let us reflect on the past, celebrate how far we have come, and may we move forward, continue to fight for justice, equality, and peace anywhere and everywhere. Godspeed to you all.